Susanna.
Hi, Ayşegül.
Hi, Miss Susanna. So, Miss Susanna, where are we in the story?
Well, it's the fall of 1961, and Stalin is being removed from the mausoleum. Watch closely. Okay, so school started on September 1st because all schools in the former Soviet Union started September 1st. Remember, this was September 1961, and at that time we were all pinned up with Lenin and Stalin and red stars on our hats and coats or whatever you were wearing. We had to have a pin for Stalin and Lenin.
Are these what the pins look like?
That's right. Well, that was until one day in October when it was announced that we would no longer have pins of Stalin. I didn't know what that meant, except all of a sudden it was like one hero was no longer with us. So I was coming home from school that day, and the whole area was blocked off, and there were all kinds of soldiers lined up like ropes so you couldn't get through.
Oh no, what was happening?
They were removing Stalin from the mausoleum, and the whole area was blocked off. I told the soldier I lived there at the Hotel National. But he did not believe me. In fact, he said, Невозможно. And I said, Я американка. And that he really didn't believe. But luckily, he noticed I was wearing blue tights.
So, what happened next?
He asked me, So do all Americans have blue legs? And let me run right through the barricade.
Good for you, Miss Susanna.
Yes. When I think of this story, I think of how I did understand him and how I did learn Russian. I don't know how, but I guess if you send your kids to school, it is just a matter of months. I was talking to my girlfriends. I don't even remember. What I remember is I was talking to my friends, Tanya and Ira.
So, you were speaking Russian?
I guess so. Stalin was being removed from the mausoleum, closing the center of Moscow.
So, what is the mausoleum?
Oh, it's a place where people in droves like to see the bodies of their deceased heroes. We never did, but we saw outside of our window these lines like ants. Come snow or rain, sunshine, the lines were constantly going into the mausoleum. And on the inside of the mausoleum lay Stalin and Lenin. But now, all of a sudden, it only said Lenin.
Joseph Stalin's embalmed body shared a spot next to Lenin's from the time of his death in March 1953 until October 1961, when Stalin was removed as a part of the Stalinization and Khrushchev style and buried in the Kremlin Wall necropolis outside the walls of the Kremlin.
Now it was October, and the snow began. The Kremlin was inside a wall, a beautiful wall, and inside the Kremlin were churches. The churches had golden domes with crosses. One day I walked with my dad to a church inside the Kremlin. Years later, I learned why it meant so much to him. But I could feel it as we walked and stood in front of the icons. What did he know that I didn't know? I remember He took my hand.
Tell me more, Miss Susanna.
That's enough for now, Ayşegül. The next story will be about my birthday and how it impacted my whole life, my 12th birthday. Because this experience was to open my eyes to another way of seeing, another way of being. Yes, it belongs to the coming of age, a kind of awakening. See you.
See you, Miss Susanna, and I will dream about your stories.